Hi, John. Is John going to be
John is here.
my moderator
John,
today?
yes, so John will be helping you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll just wait for some others to come on now. What photocopies have you got? Show me your photocopies, guys.
The funny little guy.
Được chưa? Đủ chưa? Một xuống nhá. Ok chưa? Một xuống.
What else? Yep, good. Funny face. Yep, and Van Gogh's flowers, correct. All right, you need to have some paper as well. Some paper, we're going to create this. Right, now I want to say something. I want to ask you if you remember the color wheel that we created. Who remembers the color wheel? Yeah, do you happen to have that color wheel anywhere nearby? Mary's gone to get hers. Do you guys happen to have this? Because everybody in this class should have, this is part 2, so everybody did this with me. Do you remember doing this with me?
Yes, on the on art 1.
Yeah.
Art 1, listen to
Yep. Art 1, that's right. But I can't really see anyone saying, Elsa, you were in part 1, right? Elsa, 6 years old. I remember Elsa was there. Anyway, so we need to look at this color wheel. So yes. Oh, okay. Mary, did you do your own color wheel? Did you? We didn't do one like that.
Yes, I study in art class.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, well done, Anna. Amazing. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with, now today's activities, where is it? Today's activities. Did everybody watch the video first of all? Did you watch the video? Put your thumbs up if you watched the video that I sent you. Candy, you didn't watch the video? No? Candy, Laurie, did you guys watch the video? No. No, Apple didn't watch the video. What about you, Anna? Did you watch the video?
I watched and then my mom go to work.
You watched it?
And then my mom go to work. So I didn't watch the whole story.
Ah, because she has internet. Is that why?
Yes, my mom is so busy this week.
Right. Okay.
She is a doctor.
Okay. Now, guys, you need to watch the videos. Everybody needs to watch the videos. Otherwise, we won't understand, right? We won't understand some things. We can't watch the video here. We're not allowed to watch YouTube videos on Zoom. All right. All right. So this is what we're going to do first. Can everybody see here? Can everybody see my wiggly fingers?
Yes, I can see.
Can you see my wiggly fingers large? Yes? Okay. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go around our color wheel, right? And we're going to create a different kind of color wheel like this, but we are going to use different shades, yeah, different tones and different tints. All right, so everybody needs to get an A4. Now, do you know what A4 means? Who knows what A4 means? Have a look at my hand. How big is my hand on this A4? It's pretty big, isn't it? Yeah, can you see my hand? This is the small. It's a small piece of paper. But this one here is an A. See, this is an A3. It's much, much bigger. Okay, that's right. Yes, good girl, Anna. Now, is that an, hang on, you've got a smaller hand than me. Is that your A4 or your A3? What are you showing me? That's an A4, right? Yeah. So this is an A3. It's really, really big, but we want the smaller page, yeah, which is the A4. So this is a smaller page. Okay, so you ready? You're all going to do this you're going to do this in pencil first because we do not want to make mistakes. This paper is expensive and we do not want to make mistakes and then throw the paper in the bin. Okay, that's a disaster. We don't want to do that. That's wasteful. All right, so this is everybody's A4 piece of paper. Now I'm going to start. Can everybody see clearly? Right, got my wiggly hand. Now I'm going to just Ooh. All right.
Oh, that made me have a headache.
Sorry about that. Trying to organize so everybody can see clearly. All right, so here we are. We're going to start in the middle. So everybody locate the middle with a pencil and I want you to all put a dot there. Okay. Make sure this is good paper. We want paper because we're going to paint on this. Now, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to do a line, but a curvy line to the side. You see what I did? A curvy line to the side. Now here, I want you to do another curvy line, but the other way, like this. Can you see that? So it looks like an S, but a very small, like a shallow S. Now I should probably do this in marker so that you guys can actually see. So there's my dot, and I'm going to do a line going this way. And here I'm going to do the other way. I'm going to do the opposite. All right. Let me get rid of that pencil marking. All right, so there's my dot. Now I'm going to separate this area up here into three areas, two separate areas. So one's going to be here and the other one's going to be here. So that looks about even. See what I've just done? I've put two dots. I've put one dot here. I'm actually going to draw a line up there and the other dot is around here. Okay, so I'm going to go the same way. See how I'm doing the curve? And then I'm going to do another curve here. See that? So how many curves have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now I'm going to do the same under here. I'm going to follow the curve though. I'm going to do one here and one here. I'm going to even it out. Oops, I'm going to even it out. Wait. So I'm going to go curve and curve. See that? Now it looks like a spiral-y sort of curve. You see that? They're all going the same, like a windmill. It's all going the same way. It's going that way. Yeah? Curve, 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 curve. Now, I need you all to grab a ruler as soon as you finish that. Can everybody hold up their pages? Let me have a look at what you're doing. Now, Anna, I feel as though this line here could be a little bit further up, so you might want to rub it out and put it a little bit higher. Yes, Misso, very good. Let me see everybody's work. Candy, I can't really see yours. Yes, I think I see. No, one of yours is a little bit wider, but that's okay. Good, Laurie. Good. Now, NGO. What's your English name, honey? NGO, na, EN. Can you,
sorry, my English name is Nina.
Can you write that down, please, so that I can call you by name? Let me see, Rosie. I can't see, honey. Yes, looks fantastic, Mina. Good. Let me see everybody's work. Yes, Mary. Good. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take a ruler and I want you to measure from the dot, the center dot. I want you to measure outward. I want you to measure 4 centimeters, right? And put a dot there. Okay. I want you to do that for every line from the center. From the center, you put 0 on that very center dot, and then you put 4 centimeter dot on the outwards. Okay. So you got to do that all the way around. It's not going to be perfect because it's a curvy line, but thereabouts. Okay, just make sure that you see the dot. Okay, dot and one more dot. So that's 4 centimeters. All right, 4. Can everybody see those 4 dots that I've done? I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see. I don't even know if you can see that. You see those tiny little dots? That's 4 centimeters from the center. All right. So give me a thumbs up when you're finished doing that. Very good, Miss O. Very good. Good. Thanks, Laurie. Good. Yes, Candy. Good, 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 Mary. All right. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to draw a line between those 2 dots, but I want it to be curvy. The curve has to go towards the center. Everybody watch me, please. So this line has to go in. And another one in. Has everybody seen a spider web? Yeah. It's not going to be straight. It's going to be curvy and it's going to curve towards the center. So another, it looks like a C, a backwards C, basically. All right. So there you have it. There you have the first part of this activity. All good? Yeah, very nice. Make sure that you put those lines straight on the line here. Actually, I'm a bit off. I'm a bit off. Now, grab your ruler and we're going to do the same, but not 4 centimeters. We are going to do 3 centimeters from this point. So the point that we just made here, so we're going to put 0 where we had 4 centimeters here, and we're going to put the 0 there, and then we're going to do 3 centimeter dots. So there's my first 3 centimeter dot, and I'm going to go all the way around. There's another 3 centimeter, and then another 3 centimeter dot. All the
Like
way
7
around.
from the middle, yeah?
That's right, 7 from the middle. So we're going to go 3 centimeters all the way to the top. Okay, we're going to keep on going 3 centimeters. Now, what's my next step, do you think? Once I've got those dots in, oh, I forgot this one. Once I've got those dots in, what's my next step, do you think?
Make a curved line.
Good girl, Anna. So we're going to do the same curvy line that we just did up here. Make sure that you're exactly on the dot. Yeah, you bring it to the dot. Nice curves. Make sure they're nice and curvy. All right. Looking good. It's looking like a spider web, isn't it? All right. What's my next step? Yes, very nice, Laurie. A little bit curvy, yeah? Got to do it curvier. A little bit curvier, I think, for you, Laurie. Yeah? Because I feel as though some of those are a little bit straight, but that's okay. All right, it's still correct. Now, I'm going to do another 3 centimeter dot, okay? So from where my last area here where I had my 3 centimeters, I'm going to do another 3 centimeter dot. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do it one at a time, one area at a time. I'm going to just turn my page around a little bit, make it a little bit easier. There you go, all the way.
How many centimeters, teacher?
3 centimeters. From there on, only the first one was 4.
Okay.
Only the first one was 4, and all of these other ones are going to be 3 centimeters apart. Okay, and I just keep going until I'm finished the line. Okay, so I've got 3 centimeters again, but just 3 centimeters at a time. Okay, I don't want you to jump the gun and do 3 all together because you might get confused. Now this one, can you see this is just here? There's no more 3 centimeters on this one. I'll tell you what to do. In here, this has come off the page. There's no 3 centimeters here and here. So what are we going to do here? We're just going to come off the page like that. Can everybody see what I've just done there? We're going to come off the page. So we're going to still do the curved lines. Now this one I can do. And this one. And this one. See, this is going to come off the page. Can you see that? And now here, I'm just going to do, I think this one here has got one more, number 3. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm just going to follow. See, I'm just going to follow that line. I'm just going to continue, even though I don't have the 3 centimeter dot. Oops. Sorry, that was supposed to be there. I'll go over that. Okay, there you go. Yep, very good, Miss O. Hold up your work, guys. Let me see your beautiful work. All right, everybody needs some paints now. We are going to start. Now, who remembers last week when we did tint and shade and tone? Who remembers that? Did we do anything like that?
We just mix that color with black, white, and gray.
That's right. Okay. Let me just see. Okay, do you remember this photocopy from last term? I know a lot of you are new to this group. Do you remember this one? Hang on, I'll show you to it like this.
I don't have that. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
All right, yes, good girl. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do tint, and then we're going to go tone and then shade, okay? All right, let's start with tint. Now, some of you do not know what tint is because some of you are quite new here. So, Anna, can you please explain to everybody what a tint is?
Okay. Tint is color, any color you want, with white.
Yes. All right. So now we're going to start with, I don't know, what color should we start with? Let's start with yellow. Okay. So this is my yellow. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow on my palette. Make sure that you have water next to you and a cloth. I always have an old cloth. Okay. You can have tissues if you want to, but an old cloth is perfect. Now I've got my paintbrushes. I'm going to put
Teacher, we use watercolors or acrylic colors?
Acrylic paints, please. We do not use watercolors. We never use watercolors. I never asked you. I don't have watercolors on the materials list, okay? Watercolors are very difficult to use. So we're not using those at all in this art program. Now, everybody has to take out a little bit of yellow because we're going to use a fair bit. Look at all the yellow I'm going to use here. Can everybody see this yellow? Right? Now, you can put the yellow anywhere. Right? Where do you want to put the yellow? Do you want to put it here, 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 here? It doesn't matter. But you need to make sure that you are going to go around the circle with the rainbow colors in order. Right, so everybody needs to. Why can't I mute? Why can't I mute Elsa? Elsa, can you please mute yourself? All right, so the first thing I need to do, hang on a minute. We are going to do this version, right? I didn't actually finish this version. So here, can everybody see how in the middle here, in the very center, I've got a tint. So I've got yellow with white. So you need your whites as well. So make sure you take out your white. So I'm going to put a little bit of white in the middle here. Use a fair bit because I've got all the other ones to do as well. Now I might need a second palette. I'll just bring that out. Ready. So now I'm going to take a little bit from the edge, a little bit of white, and I'm going to make a nice yellow tint. I'm going to make it as light as I can. All right, as light as I can. So that means a lot of white. All right, a lot of white. Now still, I think that could go a little bit lighter. All right, now, around the same color. Now, which one do I want to make yellow? Probably, I'll do this one. Okay, so I'm going to make this very first one, the one that's closest to the center. I'm going to make that one a nice yellow tint, right? And as I move back, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. So what do? I take some of this yellow, right? And I add, right? I add a little bit of yellow here. So it's going to be just a little bit darker. I hope I didn't put too much. Maybe I didn't put too much. So you just have to make it a little bit darker, not too much darker. Right, and then I'm just going to add it here. And I'm going to go down the steps until, right, so how many of these tints am I going to make? I'll show you. This is one, this is two, right? 2 tints so far. Right, is everybody doing the same? Yes, is everybody doing the same? All right, so I've got my 2 tints. Try not to go over the line. All right, and now I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. All right, let's see if this is a good yellow. It has to be just a little bit darker. Is that a little bit darker? Probably needs a little bit more. All right. How's that? You see a difference between these two? Yeah, I see the difference. I kind of feel like I need to put this light on. Is that a little bit better for you to see? All right, now how many have we done so far? 1, 2, 3, right? Right, and then I'm going to go probably do I want to go a 4? I probably want to go, just going to see if that makes a difference. Does that make a difference? Can you guys see the difference? All right, so 4. With a little bit of white, yeah, we're still going tints. Now these last ones, we're not going to make a shade quite yet. We're going to make a tone. Remember what a tone is? Let me just remind you. Have a look at this piece of paper. Right? So that's a hue, which is just the raw color. And this is the pure color, should I say. And then here, this is a tint, which is the color plus white. So here we have red plus white, and it looks like a pink, doesn't it? Now this one here is a tone, which says color plus gray. Who knows how to make gray? Who knows how to make gray? Yes, Ben.
Plus white.
Excellent. So that's what we're going to do. Can you see my palette here? I have to add a little bit of black now, just a tiny bit. Now, guys, remember, black goes a long, long way. So we really do not need a lot of it. Okay, so I need just a little bit of black. I'm going to put a little bit of black for all the other colors as well. So everybody is going to use this color, and they're going to add just a tiny bit of black because that already has white in it. All right. Now that I feel is a little bit too dark, so I'm going to add a little bit more yellow to it. Right. I just want it to go a little bit darker. All right. I might just put it there. It's going to look a little bit like green if you ask me. Now here we have a little bit of white and a little bit of black, and that's how we get a nice tone. Everybody say the word tone. Tone. Tone means color, which is another way of saying hue. Hue is another way of saying color. And then we add gray. So this is going to be our gray color. Our gray plus yellow. Remember, we need black and white. Right? And this is what we call a tone. For those of you who didn't do this activity last term, in part 1 of art, this is what it's called. Can you see that there's a little bit of gray? Can you see the grades? It's just going gradually to a dark color. Now, here, I'm going to add a little bit more black. I think I'll use this little pot that I made earlier, right? I'm going to do a little bit of a darker tone, which means I'm going to add more black. I might actually add a little bit more. Yeah, so there you have it. That is what we call tone, but you can always adjust how dark or how light the tone is. Yeah, just like we adjusted our tint here, we made it extremely light. We put more white than we did yellow, and then we just went up, up, up. And now what are we going to do? And now what I'm going to, I have to wash out my paintbrush here. You know why? Because on my paintbrush, I have black, white, and yellow. But the only thing I want in the last one is black and yellow. So I do not want white on there at all. So I have to wash out my paintbrush. And make sure that I only put a little bit of black with my yellow. Okay, wash, wash, wash. Make sure you have a nice cloth to dry your paintbrush. We never really want to paint with a wet paintbrush. That's why we have this cloth here, so we can dry it. All right, make sure you get all the white off, all the gray off, should I say. And now, you see, I've got no more pure yellow here. You see that? My palette is a little bit dirty. It's got a lot of white on it because of all the tints that I've made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of yellow, right? And then I'm going to add just the tiniest bit of black so I can make my, what is this color called? What do we call this? We call this a?
We call it shade.
Girl, Anna. Anna, it seems as though you're my only previous student that actually did this work. I don't know, everyone here hasn't done this before. I'm a bit confused. I thought this was part 2 of the program. All right, so there's my shade. Can everybody see that? It should be a little bit darker than everything else. You might need to put a couple of layers on there. Okay. All right. So what have I got, guys? I've got tint, a darker tint, a darker tint, and a darker tint. And then I've got a tone, which is a gray and color. And then I've got a darker tone, and then I've got a shade. Can you see how that's eventually, it's just gradually going from light to dark? So I'm going to go to my next color. Now, remember what I said about the color wheel? Why do you think I brought out the color wheel for you to see? So I want you to remember, where is my color wheel? There it is. I want you to remember the color wheel order. So there's the order of the color wheel. So now I'm going to go to my orange. See that? So yellow, orange. And then the next one's going to be red. And then the next one's going to be purple. And then the next one's going to be blue. And then the next one's going to be green. You see that? I'm going to go around the color wheel order. All right, let's go. We are doing orange now. Am I going to go that way or this way? It doesn't matter where you put your orange, just as make sure that you follow the order, follow it around. Now, who knows how to make orange? If you say again.
Mix red and yellow.
Thank you, Miss So. Yes, I'm sure everybody knew that because I'm sure that at school they teach you how to do that. So I've got my yellow and now I need a little bit of red because these two colors make my orange. Now, I prefer you make your own orange, right? I think everybody needs good practice, practicing making their own colors because, oh, this is not coming off, because it's just good practice, yes? I want you to get into the habit of making your own colors because not only is it fun, but you can get all sorts of different shades, I suppose, different values, different tones, different tints, yeah? If you make your own colors, as opposed to just getting them from the tube all the time. It's kind of a bit boring if you ask me. So mixing colors is so much fun. All right, so I've got my, oops, I need a little bit more yellow now. Oh, no, I don't. I've got my yellow there. So here, can everybody see I've got my yellow? I'm just going to bring it over here, right? I'm going to put a little bit more white in there. And now I'm going to add a little bit of red, just a tiny bit, because red is quite a dark color, isn't it? It's quite dark. So we only need a very little bit to make that orange. Now, who knows? There's another word that starts with P. Who knows what we call colors that have got a lot of tint to them? Yeah, who knows? Colors that are tint colors are called, who's ever heard of the word pastel colors?
Oh, pastels.
Yeah, not pastels like crayons or chalk pastels, not talking about those, right? I'm talking about pastel colors means basically tinted colors. Now, is this enough? I reckon, see this orange? I think this orange is more around here. I think, I'm not sure. I might just. Okay. I'm going to just see where this. See, I'm playing around with it to see which one's the lighter one. That's very light orange. See that? I want the lightest orange tint. All right. Right, and now this one here is going to be my second tint. All right, I'm just going to keep on doing that. And how many of these tints do I need? How many tints do I need? About 4, 3 or 4. Right. All right, Now I'm going to go a little bit more yellow and red. Got to make a little bit yellow. Make sure that it's not jumping too suddenly, right? We don't want it to get too dark too quickly because we've got 4 steps of tint. Yeah, we've got 4 steps of tint, and then we're going to start our tone and our shade. Everybody's going to have a different orange because everybody has different yellows and reds, yeah? It's never going to be the same orange for everybody. Oops. It's probably a good idea to make sure that you mix your colors onto your palette before you transfer them onto your page. This is what I did accidentally. Okay, you just need to make some judgments, some decisions about how much red you're going to put and how much yellow and how much white. These are decisions you have to make. And sometimes we put a little bit too much of one paint, one color, and then we just have to redo it. That's all right. You can adjust it and go back and start another pile of mixed paint. It's up to you. All right, so I'm about ready. That's 3 layers. So I've got very light, a little bit darker, darker, and darker. So now I'm going to add in this little mix here, I'm going to add some black because I've already got white in there. So I'm going to take a little bit of black. Now look how much black I'm taking. Can everybody see that? That's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. You really do not need much black to make the tone. Okay, because we just want to go 1 tone darker. And that's perfect. There you go. Okay, there's a nice tone now. Now, everybody's paint is going to be different, obviously, but some of the paints that we buy, they're very transparent, which means they're very see-through, and they might need a couple of layers to get the real true color onto the page. I don't know what quality of paints you guys have. My quality is not the best. It's student grade. It's not professional. If you get the professional ones, they're very opaque. They're very thick. Yeah, because they're extremely expensive. Now, this is my tone. I'm going to go a shade darker and make it a darker tone, right? Already got my white in there. I'm just going to put a little bit more black to make the orange a darker tone. I kind of feel like I want to add a little bit more red in there as well. Now, notice how when I take paint from another color, I always take it from the side. I try not to dirty. Yeah, we don't want to dirty our colors. Very important that you keep them clean. Keep your colors clean because otherwise they're going to get very muddy. And of course, we need to use red for a little bit later, don't we? And yellow. We need to use those 2 colors for our other secondary colors, which is the green. Okay, we need to use the yellow for the green that we're going to make later. And we also need the red for the purple. I'm sure you guys know that already. All right, so there's a darker tone. Remember what we said, you need to know the difference between a tone, a tint, and a shade. Now, what's going to be my last one here? Who knows what my last one's going to be? Anybody? Tint, 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 tint. Tone, tone. And the last one is shade. Yeah. Remember what shade means? Shade, let me show you here on this page that everybody should know. And very unfortunate that you guys don't have this information, because you don't know what I'm talking about when I say hue, tint, tone, shade, because you guys haven't done part 1 of the art course. Here where it says shade, can everybody see? It says shade equals color plus black. So we need our yellow, right? I'm going to get another palette. Now, notice how I put this newspaper here. Not a newspaper, it's like a catalog, an old catalog. I don't want it. So I'm going to use this as a palette because I'm running out of space on my palette. So, all right, now remember what I said, you need to wash out your paintbrushes because your paintbrush will have white on it. And this particular shade now, the shade that we're doing, right, is going to be yellow and black, and that's all. So I'm going to get my yellow here and get a little bit of yellow. I really don't need that much yellow, but anyway. And then I'm going to put black on it. Remember what we said, when we take paint from our palette, we always go from the side because we don't want to dirty it. Yeah, see how much black I've got? That's hardly anything. Hardly anything. I'm going to mix that in. It's probably made a little bit too much for that little space in there. Right? And now, oh, hang on. I don't want yellow. I want orange. Oopsie, I made a mistake. Well, I was doing yellow. I'm not doing just yellow, I'm doing orange. There we go, fixed it. Just added a little bit of red to it. All right, so this is my shade. I feel like I need a little bit more. This particular shade, you see how there's just a tinge of orange in there. You can still see the orange. You can still see the orange. Yeah. Remember, just put it on a little bit thickly so that you can actually see the color, because like I said, some of these colors are a little bit transparent. Transparent means see-through. They're very thin. That's because the quality is not so great. If you spend a lot of money on acrylic paints, they will not be thin and transparent. They will be opaque. Opaque means thick. Yeah, you can't see through them. All right, now, who can tell me what my next color is? So we've got yellow, orange. Who knows what this color is going to be?
Red.
Good girl. So everybody needs to, again, remember the color wheel. Yellow, orange, red. So we're going to put red now. Now, I'm not going to put red on this side. Please pay attention, children. Eyes on me, please. Eyes on my wiggly fingers. We are not going to put red here, are we? Yeah? We're going to put yellow, orange, red. We're going to put red next to the orange. All right? Don't go ahead and put your red here, the wrong spot. All right, so I'm going to use this old newspaper, and then I'm going to make some more. I'm going to make some more colors. Now I've got my red here. I don't need to put some red out. Red, I'm just going to use this space for, and I've got my white. I'm going to take it from the side, right, and a little bit more white, I think. So as white as it can go, we're making a, that's going to be the first color, a tint. Really want it to be as light as you can go, yeah? Just like those other colors that we put in the middle. So there you have it. And I'm going to put, it actually looks like a pink. A lot of the reds, when you add white to them, they look pink. Now, notice how on this side, there are only 4 steps. Did you notice that? So I'm not going to go, I'm not actually going to go to, I'm not going to produce too many tints on here, right? Just maybe 2 or 3 tints. Might just make that a little bit darker. See what I've done? Oh, hang on, that's too light now. All right, a little bit better. Yeah. No. All right. All right. One, 3. Yeah, why? Huh? Well, I didn't hear you. All right, so I've only got 2 more spaces left here because this is the shorter part, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to do a tone. Okay, so I'm going to bring a little bit of black into it. All right, a little bit of black into it. Because we don't have that many steps to do 3 tints, 2 tones and 1 shade. We don't have enough space. So I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. This is my 1 tone. And my last step is going to be a shade, right? See how we're adjusting things now because we only have 4 steps. Does everyone get that? Okay, now I'm ready. I'm going to make sure that I wash out my paintbrush because when we do shade means, okay, I'm going to actually write these for our newbies. Yeah, our newbies means our new students who don't know. So when, oh, hang on a minute. All right, so I've got color. So tint equals color plus, where's my plus sign, plus white. Okay, color plus white. And then we have our tone equals, I was meant to write the sign of equals. Tone equals color plus gray. And everybody knows how to make that. And then we have shade equals color plus black. Okay. All right, my last one here for the red, right? That looks a lot more like pink, doesn't it? I know it looks more like pink, but that's what happens when you put tint on it. I'm going to get my red and I'm going to get my black and then I'm going to mix it with a little bit too much black. And there's my red and black. Very big jump, isn't it, from the grey? I might have to make that grey, the tone a little bit darker because I feel as though that's a huge jump. All right, I'm going to come back to my phone because it's just a little bit light, I feel. A little bit lighter. Oh, that's a much better color. Now that looks like it belongs to the red family, doesn't it? There's gray in there. All right. Okay, I'm going to move. Who's moved over to their next color? Who knows what the next color is?
Purple is beautiful.
Purple, right? My next color is purple. But I need everyone to finish this at home because we're going to move over to another activity now. All right. So I want everybody to put their paintbrushes down. We're not finishing this now. We're going to do this for homework and then you're going to put it on Zello. Correct? Yes. Yes, children. Say yes, 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 yes. Now, no, I don't want to cut you. I'm sorry for cutting you. But we are going to, guess what we're going to do now? Let me show you what we're going to do now. We're going to make this. Right? All right, ready? Okay. Hang on, let me get some water. Everybody needs a new piece of paper. You need acrylic paper A4. A4 acrylic paper. Now,
Do we need a photocopy?
not yet. That's going to be for homework. I'm going to show you what you're going to do first, right? Now, it's very important that everybody understands what analogous colors are. Now, if you were a good student, you would have seen the videos that I gave you. Put your hand up if you watched the videos. Nobody watched the videos. So I guess you don't know then what I'm talking about when I say analogous colors. That's a problem. All right. So analogous colors means colors that are together on the color wheel, okay? For example, the colors that are together here are yellow, orange, and red, okay? So we need a primary, secondary, and another primary. So basically, I want you to find two primary colors and a secondary, or two secondary and a primary, right? And that's what I want you to color your picture. Who knows what three colors that I used here that are together on the color wheel? What is it, Candy?
I think red, orange, and yellow.
That's right. Red, orange, and yellow. And have a look how they're together on the color wheel here. Red, orange, and yellow. Now, I want you, as soon as we draw this, I want you to decide which three colors you want to paint. Okay, we're going to draw this together and then at home you're going to paint it. But it has to be three colors together. Now, some people might decide to go to secondary orange, red, and purple. Okay, and that's perfectly okay. See that? Orange, red, and purple. Or some other people might decide to go red, purple, and blue. Right? It depends what color you like. Okay, it's entirely up to you. Yes, Matthew, that's good. That's your color wheel is fantastic. All right. So, and here, there's another three colors that are together. We're not looking at the tertiary colors here in between, okay? We're only looking at the primary and secondary. So we have purple, blue, and green. Some people might want to do just purple, blue, and green. Another person might like to do blue, green, and yellow. You see that? but they have to be together. Now, tell me something. If somebody does blue and green, are they allowed to do red? No, that's right, Miss O. That's good, Matthew and Laurie. I can see you nodding your heads no. Rosie, stop what you're doing, please. Rosie, I need you to listen to what I'm doing now. We're putting that away. We're starting a new activity, okay? So I want you to put this activity, what we were doing just now, I want you to put it aside, all right? Put it away for now because you're going to finish that for homework. All right, now I want everybody to take another piece of paper, grab your piece of paper, and we are going to create this. Oh, why does this keep moving? All right. I might just put that bigger. I'm just going to copy that onto our chat so that people can see that. All right. Capture. All right, everybody have a look at the chat. And I've got it there so you can maybe download it and have a look at it. All right, so let's start with our fresh piece of paper. This is an A4, okay? Now, I'm going to do mine in marker because I know you can see it a little bit better. But first, I'll try it. Now, can you see this vase? Can you see the vase here? The vase looks like two brackets. You know what brackets are? You know how sometimes you put something in brackets when you're writing something? Here, I'll give you an example. So my name is Eva Vicki Sturgianus, right? And see this? I put my nickname, that's my nickname, I put it in brackets, right? See that? Brackets. You know what brackets are? So this is what we're going to do now. We are going to draw brackets that are coming to a point here. So these are the two brackets. We're going to make it so it's halfway up the page. So where's halfway up the page? It's about here. So I'm going to start from here down and this one. All right, and then I'm going to draw a line underneath, okay? And then I'm going to draw a line like this and a line at the back very lightly, because we're going to put some flowers in there. All right, can everybody see what I've done? That's my vase. I'm going to go over this because I know that it's a little bit light to see. So I'm going to go over it and I might actually fix this one up a little bit. Okay, I feel as though it's kind of gone a bit wonky. Right, and then I'm going to draw the bottom and here. All right. And the back I'll just leave in pencil because we're going to go over those. Now, the first thing I need you to do is some 4 round circles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see how it's coming off the page, off the center, but not inside the bowl, the vase, just a little bit outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I'm going to do 3 large circles, okay, in the background. 1, look how big they are. 2, and this one 3. Okay, oops, there's 3. Got it? 1, 2, 3. So how many small ones? 4. How many big ones? 3. They're the ones that are up top. All right. Good. Very nice. Perfect. Gorgeous. Now, we're going to do the inside, right? So here, this is going to be my inside. I'm going to do a swirl. It's going to start from the middle and it's going to go out, 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 out until I can't go anymore. All right. Can you see that swirl? What am I going to do here? I'm going to do another circle on the inside and then I'm going to do a crisscross. Yeah, I'm going to do what we call cross-hatching. Cross-hatching. See that? And then I'm going to go the opposite direction. There you go. Right? What am I going to do here? I'm going to do some circles that are going to go in. So there's that one, and that one. See what I've done there? I've just done circle and circle and circle. What am I going to do here? I'm just going to do another circle. Here I'm going to do another one of these where I actually, you know what? I'm just going to do dots, 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 dots everywhere. That's what I'll do. Just do some dots everywhere. Right? And here I'm just going to do a circle. And here, this one's going to be leaning over, right? So I've got this thing going on. See that? It's going to be leaning over. And I'm going to do some petals now. You ready for your petals? So this one's got petals coming off. See that? The petals are leaning over. And in fact, one of the petals has fallen, maybe two, and then I'll have one sitting on the floor. Yeah? So this one's losing its petals. You know what else I want to do? First, I've got to get rid of these pencil markings. Sometimes when I draw in pencil, it doesn't quite work out the way I want it. So when I go over it in a marker, I change it. I change it so it can suit me. Now, can everybody see the middle section of this vase? I want you to do a smiley face, the same as that, right in the middle. Ooh, that wasn't very... Okay, I'm going to have to make it, I'm going to have to create like some kind of a design here because I kind of messed up a bit. See what I've done? With my mistake, I've decided to just go with it and get creative. See what I did? I wasn't really paying attention to my curve and it looked a little bit wonky. So I changed it up. That's what you guys can do too. All right, now, now, I want everyone to start with their petals. I'm going to start with this big one here, right? The one in the left, the big one in the left. Can everybody make this kind of a petal? It looks like a teardrop, right? And one's going to be overlapping the other. Can you see that? This one. Try not to go over the other one. Oops. Oops. Can you make that kind of a petal? There you go, right? Now with this one's got lots of spikes on it. Yeah, so I'm going to do spiky ones, but this one's going to be spiky behind this other one. So you have to make spikes that are behind there. Spiky. I'm going to call this flower the spiky flower. Right now this one's going to have like nice round petals. All right, like very even. What kind of a flower is this? Is it a daisy? Something like a daisy. Make sure that your petals are not overlapping, you know, like they're overlapping but they're not sort of crashing into each other. Okay, all right, now this part down here, this one here, can you see my picture here? Can you see the picture here? It's just, I've just got petals coming down because this one's also starting to wilter, you know, it's starting to lose its petals. So, right, and this one has got thin ones, very thin ones, and they're very sort of, they're very much apart from each other. Right. Right, and this one's going to have one like this one, I suppose. You guys can do all sorts of different petals if you want. It's really not a problem. Okay, now we want to make some of the stems. Are you ready? We've got these little dots here. Don't forget to put these little dots here. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to put some of the stems in the background. So, for example, I'm going to start with this big one. It's going to go, make sure that the stems are going into the vase, but they're going all behind these flowers. And this one like this. And this one's going to go in there. See what they're doing? They're all diving into the vase. Right, and this one as well. And this one's going to be going sideways, and this one's going to be going sideways. Yep, everyone's got a stem. Oh, maybe this one has a stem. There you go. All right, so now we've created a vase, and I want everyone to promise me right now they're going to go and watch the videos. Promise me. Promise me.
Nope.
No, Matthew? Matthew, you have to watch the videos because they are very connected to what we're doing here. All right.
Always.
What's that, Anna?
Always.
What'd you say?
I promise always.
Good girl, Anna. Thank you. It makes things much easier if you watch the video. Now, remember that line we did at the back? We have to finish. We have to do that line that closes the vase because otherwise it's going to look weird. All right. Can you remember that line we did in the background? That's going to be dark. It's going to be dark. All right. So what colors are you going to choose that are analogous colors? Analogous colors are the three colors that are sitting together, that sit together on the color wheel. So 3 colors. What 3 colors are you all going to choose? I want everybody to write it up in the chat. I'm going to choose, I'm just looking at my color wheel now. I'm going to choose this time. I'm not going to choose yellow, orange, and red. And notice how orange, yellow, and red, I've put tint, tone, and shade in there. That's why you see more colors here. Notice that, Anna? Candy, notice how I've got tint, shade, and tone. It's not just the colors, it's not just the red, the hues, it's the tints, the shades, and the tones of those hues. That's why you see more colors here. And that's what you have to do. You have to choose 3 hues that are together on the color wheel and then make tones, tints, shades. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's have a look. Which 3 colors am I going to use today? I'm going to use a blue, green, and yellow. Blue, green, and yellow. All right. These are my 3 colors. Where's my palette? I'm going to take blue, green, and yellow. Where is my green? Now you can make your own green or you can use green. It's up to you because I want to make this a little bit quicker so I can show you. I'm going to actually use green from a tube, right? But you guys can make your own. Where's my blue? Where's my blue? And you need black and white as well, guys, yeah? So you need your blacks and your whites as well. And my yellow. Right, and there's my yellow. Now, all right. And I've got my black and my white on this other palette that I used before. So remember what I said. Everybody has to use the 3 colors that are together on the color wheel. I'm using blue, green, and yellow. See how I'm using blue, green, and yellow. See how close they are on the color wheel? They're close together. They're sitting together. I cannot use blue, green, and red. The red is on the opposite side, okay? It's far away from these 2. So I need blue, green, and yellow. You guys can choose these colors or these colors or these colors. They just have to be close together. Now, my colors are here. I've chosen my analogous. Everybody say analogous.
Analogous.
Analogous, good. And if you watch the video, you would know that word. I'm very disappointed that you didn't watch the video. Very disappointed. I know, Anna, you tried. It's not your fault that your mum left early and you didn't have internet. But for everybody else, everybody should be watching the videos. Now, blue, green, purple, good. Laurie, you've chosen your colors, blue, green, yellow. You're like me. You're like me, Candy, yeah? Now I'm going to take my yellow because I always like to start with yellow. I'm going to make a tint. Yeah, I'm going to make a tint with yellow, and I'm just going to paint whatever I like first. Yeah, that's going to be my first tint, right? Notice how I didn't just start with yellow, look at the hue. I just started with a tint. So this is going to be my lighter tint. Where do I want to put my lighter tint? Maybe here, right? And I might just put another even lighter tint, right? Even lighter tint here. Okay, in one of these circles. See, I've got 3 different tints going, and I'm actually just put a hue around these petals. See that? I've got a hue going. Now, this is not the only place I'm going to put yellow, right? Yellow and all the other tints and tones and all those other ones. Yeah, I'm just saying, while my paintbrush is yellow, I may as well just, you know, use my yellows, because I don't want to keep changing my paintbrush, washing it, and then, because you waste a lot of paint when you do that. So if you're going to be using yellow somewhere else, you may as well just do it now. Everybody agree that we're saving paint and saving trouble, really? I might just now, I'm going to change over to green, but I'm going to make a yellow green. Yeah, I'm going to make a yellow green. This is like a tertiary color. And I'm going to do my stems, actually. I'm going to do my stems green. There's my stem. There's another stem. And another stem. And that one, and that one. They don't all have to be the same color. I'm going to actually add a little bit more yellow to this green. I'm going to make a really yummy lime. And I'm going to, what should I do here? I'm going to paint this one. Yeah. In fact, you know what I want to do? I want to do this vase. I want to do it blue and green. So I'm going to do the bottom part green. Right, you can't use too many colors. Remember what I said? This activity is analogous colors. Analogous colors means colors that are 3 of them that are together on the color wheel. All right, and I urge you to watch that video, because it talks about it and explains it very, very well. For our next week activity, please watch the video. I hand select those videos because they are very important. All right, now I'm going to go for my blue, but I'm going to make my blue. Add a little bit of yellow to that blue. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I might add a little bit of white to it. So I don't even know what color I'm making. Sorry, can you even see what I'm making here? Yes, you can. So I don't even know what I'm making. I'm just sort of playing around with the colors, to be honest. I might add a little bit of blue. And there we go. I don't know what this color is. It's a blue. It's a blue green. See how I'm mixing the colors as well? But I'm not bringing other colors other than what's on my palette. Okay, these are my analogous colors, and I'm not allowed to use any other color than these 3 that sit together on the color wheel. Okay, wow. I really like the way my picture's coming up. You like my picture? Okay. So this is a bit more like a green, actually, now that I look at it. It's more green than it is a blue. And I'm just going to smooth that out. Okay. Now, because I want to bring some blue into it, right, I'm going to wash my paintbrush out. I'll just get a new one. And I'm going to make this. I'm just using a hue here. This is a hue. Hue means plain color. Now, I'm going to start coloring here. What else do I want to do? Let me see. I might do a light blue. So I'm going to make a blue tint. Oh, I love this color. This is amazing. This color. A little bit light. Not going to be a bit darker. Or something else. Or the petals, for example. I'll just go a little bit darker for the petals here. Oh, I'm liking this. Now, don't forget, you have to do the background as well, okay? You have to choose a color. Try and use a contrasting color, but do not choose any other color than, well, if you're doing these analogous colors, I can't choose another background color other than yellow, blue, or green.
Teacher,
Yes.
can I mix the blue with yellow?
Yes, of course. You can mix the colors together. The hues can be mixed, absolutely. You cannot bring other colors into it, Anna, yeah? Do you understand? Because then it wouldn't be an analogous activity, right? This is what we're doing today. We are working with analogous colors. Analogous means colors that are together on the color wheel. I have never seen a flower look like this before, but you know what? My imagination is never incorrect. I can do whatever I want. Now, where am I going to go next? I might want to make some more petals, but maybe a little bit darker.
Oh, teacher, I love this color.
Show me.
This one.
Oh, that's a beautiful green. It's so striking.
Yeah, I mixed the yellow and white. Then I used the color that I didn't use anymore. I mixed with the green, and it's got that color.
Beautiful. It's good that you're using colors so you don't waste them. Okay, now what's next for me? I kind of want to go green again. I might need to change your paintbrushes over all the time like me, because I've got blue on this paintbrush and I don't want to wash it, because then I'll just wash off all the paint. So I'm just going to put it aside. I'm going to use another paintbrush. Let me see. I'm going to use this green. Oh, this is a really bright green. This is a really, really bright green. It's almost like a luminous green. It reminds me of, you know, these highlighters. You know these highlighters? Do you use these highlighters? It reminds me of that color. All right. So we have about 10 minutes left of the lesson, guys. So I would like everyone in a couple of minutes, I'm going to ask you to hold up your work. Now, I know you haven't finished. What are we going to do with the other photocopies, by the way? What are we going to do with these photocopies?
Homework time.
Homework, and you have to choose other analogous colors. Okay. Now
we do like this.
Yes, we have to do it like this, but we have to choose. Now, if you chose blue, green, yellow in this project, you can't use blue, green, yellow in this project. Okay, you have to choose another 3 analogous colors. Everybody say analogous.
Yes.
Analogous.
Good, thank you, Matthew. Good, Candy. Analogous.
Analogous.
Very good. It means colors that are together on the color wheel. Whoa, Mary. Mary, I'm going to spotlight you, okay? That's so good. Hold it up. Check it out. Ooh, I love it so much. What colors did you choose, Mary? I can't hear you.
I choose orange, pink, blue, and purple.
Hang on. I asked you to choose 3. 3. I'm going to ask you to tell me those colors again. Let's have a look if they are analogous. Say the colors again, please, Mary. Say the colors.
I don't know what you speak.
What are your colors? What did you choose?
I choose orange, pink, and purple.
Purple. So orange, red, and purple. Okay. There's no pink here, but you can do pink. Yeah. Because pink is just red that's white with it. Yeah. So orange, red, which can be pink, and then purple. Yes. These are analogous colors. Just don't put any green or yellow in it. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Because otherwise it won't be like what we asked for. Yeah. You're going to have to listen to the instructions. All right. Now, what am I going to do now? I should probably do some tones and tints. That's what I should do. Some tones and tints. I'm going to do a tone here. I'm going to do a tone. And this one is going to be tone. Okay. And then I think I want to do the green. Now, guys, remember what I said. I want you to do the background. Can everybody see the example from another class that I did here? I've got the background. I've got like a horizon line somewhere there, right? And I want you guys to think of 2 colors. Spotlight. So, for example, I feel as though I want to do, I might do blue. I might do blue. Oh, this is a very dirty blue now. I don't know how that happened. Had a bit of green in it. It's all right. Here's my horizon line. Yeah. And then I'm going to do another color for the wall. So this is like the table that it's sitting on. And then I'll do the wall. All right, so we only have about 2 minutes left. What I'd like everyone to do is hold up their work so that I can gallery. Oh, Anna, you've got your name on yours as well. Fantastic. Excellent, Ben. Keep going. I want some more colors, yeah? Some more colors. What are your analogous colors? Wow, Misso, that is gorgeous. Misso, I'm going to spotlight you, okay? And spotlight. Misso, put your work up. Put your work up. Whoa, check it out. Hold it up. That is awesome. I want everyone to put that on Zello. Wow, Candy. Add spotlight. Let me see yours, Anna. Add spotlight. Good. Oh, wow. So good. So good. Valerie, who else wants to share? Oh, let me see yours, please, Matthew. And spotlight. Good, fantastic colors. All right. Good job, everyone. Does anyone else want to share with me? Let me see who else wants to share. Candy, did I share yours? Are you on spotlight? Laurie, let me see yours. And spotlight. Yay! Okay, good job, everyone. I'm going to see you next week. Promise me you will watch the videos because you're making it very difficult for me to show you some new things. Matthew, you don't say no. You say yes. Cheeky. Thanks, guys. Good job today. Please take a photo of your 2 artworks today or more. We've got lots of homework today. And we've got this one as well, right? We've got this one and your flowers and your other ones. Don't forget, analogous colors. That's the key, what we're doing today. All right? All right, guys. Good job, everyone. See you later.
Thanks for teaching.
Ciao. Ciao, ciao, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, see you soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye, Anna. Bye, Miso. Bye, Candy. Bye, everyone. Bye, Matthew. Bye, 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 bye.
Goodbye.
Năm 12.
Bye, teacher.